Good evening, chaps. Welcome back. I don't know what's going on here in this save. I really have no idea. Winning the title in the first season in League Two, maybe. Winning the title in the second season in League One, doubtful, but we did. Now, seventh now in the championship. A few games have just been played yesterday. We've gone down from 5th to 7th, but 7th in the championship. Impossible. And one of the strangest things that has been happening is we cannot beat the bad teams in the league. Here we go, 3 defeats in games we should have won. And we go and beat Bournemouth. We drew with Sunderland, beat Sunderland with the West Brom, Blackburn. All good teams, and we seem to be doing really well against good teams and doing really badly against poor teams. And what do we have today? Well, luckily, we started off with a poor team with Cardiff, so I suspect we're going to lose here. And then we'll play Swansea, another Welsh club, another poor team in the FA Cup third round, a possible defeat again. But then we move into the realms of Watford, Middlesbrough and Bournemouth again, in which I believe we will get lots of points. So I don't know what is going on here. But somehow we are staying in and around the playoff spots, and it is possible that we could sneak into 6th into the playoffs, and then who knows what's going to happen. I don't have a very good record in the playoffs. I don't know anybody who has. In all my years playing FM, I think I've got through the playoffs once only. That wasn't so long ago. I think it was last year in FM 23, or might have been FM 22. I don't have a very good record in playoffs. But you never know what will happen. I really don't know how to play against Cardiff today. They're not that great a team. They don't look very good. But they are good in the air. They have players who are good at crossing. They're strong, they're brave, they're aggressive. They can tackle. They're good at marking. Their positioning is good and concentration is good. So they can do a lot. It's difficult to fathom out why they're in 18th when they have those qualities. Why are they in 18th? Doesn't make any sense to me. They're not very good at set pieces. Their finishing is poor. That might be a clue. But then so is ours. Their decision making is poor, and they don't have any pace. Aggressive, they're not, but they are brave and strong and good tacklers. So I think that will more than make up for that. They don't have the greatest agility. I think they're going to be able to mark us well. I think we're going to have to use our off the ball. I'm wondering if I should play for set pieces so that the off the ball comes into play a little bit more. I don't know. Because of the lack of pace, I'm wondering about their dribbling skills. If they've got good dribbling, I might. They don't have good dribbling or good pace. And so I'm kind of thinking, good evening, Andy. How you doing, my friend? I'm kind of thinking that the way to go with this one is to go a little bit more positive and to push the line up a little bit and try to pressurize them in midfield. We have to win the ball. And while I was getting up to speed, going through the week for the match, I got 2 injuries. Both my midfielders were injured. One of them went home sick, and the other one has got a groin strain. One of them, I believe, Corness, is available, but he's still fit. He's not even back in training yet. Jamie Bowden, I'm told, is capable of playing without complications, but he's still expected to be out for 1 to 4 days with a pulled groin. I'm not going to risk him. And so I've had to bring in two other players into the team, and like before, we're going to leave most of it now. We'll go balanced. He doesn't want me to go positive, and I'm going to leave most of the stuff like opposition instructions to the assistant at the moment. I believe that possibly what I'm doing is giving them too many instructions. he doesn't tend to... Good evening, Ben. He doesn't tend to give players too many instructions. So the only thing I can think of with Cardiff is to push the line up and see what happens. We're having to play McAllister and Fitzgerald in midfield. The other interesting thing is that the manager for Young, who is our right winger here, who he has come to me and said he's not happy that he's not being... Who does he play for? Aston Villa. Yeah, it's Unai Emery is the manager. He's come to me and said, not very happy with you, son, he said, because you're not playing him as a right winger. What is this? Scotch mist? And if we have a look back at his form, winger, 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 and twice as an inside forward and once as an inverted forward. Those two were way back before I realised he had to be played. How much does he need him to be played as a winger? I mean, like, he has been playing as a winger. I'm not quite sure what that was about. So, unless he doesn't think that is a right winger, unless for him a right winger is up here. But for me, that is a right winger. David Beckham was a right winger, and that's where David Beckham would sit. So, I don't know. Game's a little bit mad. But I was actually thinking that one of the things that... don't forget, guys, the podcast tomorrow with me and Ben. And I was actually thinking, because we're going to be doing the 5 most upsetting things about FM. Going to try and compile a list of the top 5 things about FM that are really upsetting. I was going to say, like, stupid defensive errors. And then I watched the Liverpool-Arsenal game this afternoon. So I can't really include that one because they're not really unrealistic. These errors are very realistic because 2 of them happened in that game today. What a game that was. What a game. I think I just need some luck here. I don't know how to approach this. They're in 18th place. It's always a bad sign for me. I think we need some luck. In the following wind. If we don't get the luck and we don't score goals, then we ain't going to win it. And it doesn't matter what I do. And if we can just have a little bit of luck today, that would be lovely. You know, just a win now and again against teams from the lower ends of the league would be quite nice, FM. It would be nice now and again. But it is Cardiff who are actually probably the better team. They've had more possession. Our possession is not great at the moment. I have noticed we're not passing very well. And here's Van Hooijdonk, and that's a good sign that we're not going to score today. And, downloaded Notts County and Liverpool, simulating the season. So which one are you, 9th, Andy? Are you 9th in the Liverpool one? You're definitely getting sacked. That's absolutely dreadful. You do if it is the Liverpool one. Oh, it's the Notts County one, is it? Yeah, we did a little bit of a photo shoot this morning. At the moment, this is a pretty dull game. I'm going to just nip it up to positive before half-time, because I think we are in charge of the game. We're just not perhaps putting enough pressure on Cardiff. Got bankrupt. Oh my good lord, this game has gone nuts. It has gone nuts. And this is 0-0, and this is not good. This is not good enough. And Cardiff have been the better team. Looking at the XG, and what do you say? I'm happy that we've dominated possession. Van Hooijdonk's okay. Jody Jones is okay. Peart Harris is not. Caden Young is not. And the defenders are not playing very well. You simply have to be better in front of goal. We've only had 1 shot on target. And we need to tell a few players they've not been good enough. Perhaps on a 6.6 is okay. But Caden Young, anybody on a 6.5 is not good enough in my book. and they need to do better. So we have gone a little bit more positive now, and hopefully, I mean, the Cardiff, we should be beating them. They're in 18th. It doesn't look like we're going to get the win that we want, but can we just get that little bit of luck? We're still creating more than Cardiff. Cardiff have not created much, although they are catching us up now. It's difficult to say who has the match momentum, but I think I need to go and make some changes. It's absolutely dire, this match, but that's how we've decided to play, and we're going to get games like this. And I've got 4 players on attack. I'm going to put... he doesn't want to be a winger. I'm going to make him an inverted winger on support. And I've got 2 players not playing very well on yellow cards. Although Kavanagh's not doing. Fitzgerald, Casey Palmer is fit. Can McAllister play down here? Yes, he can. And Casey Palmer can come in here. I mean, they're really not doing very well. Matt Penny is having an absolute nightmare. He's not played very well in this league. Calabresi is playing very badly as well. And then Peart Harris, absolute shambles. We'll bring on Collins for him. We'll leave it at that for now. Give him a shout of encouragement. But I don't know what it is, why we can't beat these teams. We've dominated the game. Just can't get chances on goal, and it looks to me like Cardiff are going to win the game harmlessly over the crossbar. Yeah, if you'd been Liverpool, you'd be sacked right away. Langstaff has scored 25. And Cardiff look like the better team here. Oh, but Collins has pinched it. Come on, it's like Caden Young. See, he's playing as a winger. See, he's out on the wing. Oi, where are you going? I wonder if it does need, perhaps this tactic does need spicing up a little bit now against these lower teams. Just play a little bit more like counter-attacking. Oh, I say, Aaron Collins, let's just go back to a positive. We don't want to be playing counter-attacking football. And we have the sweets in the van. You guys. That's just like a Kumela in my... I think he's been playing in the first team since he's been 16. He's like been playing for 2 seasons. He's only 17. He's a top man this season. Okay, let's hold on to this lead now. And that was one crack... Who scored? Collins. That was a cracking goal. Sibuk is on a 6.4. He's terrible. So Boat can come on for him. And I think we need to shut the game down now. And we will go narrow. Who's injured now? Casey Palmer. Time waste a little bit more. Hold our shape. And we're going to pull the line back a little bit to just in case they try that long ball nonsense, and hopefully we can see this game through. And that will be, I think, a steal. We'll call that a steal. I don't think we actually deserve to win that. If we are going to win it, there's still 4 minutes of time added on to go. Come on, clock. And they are going to have a free kick. What was the goalkeeper doing? And they have scored. And this is definitely one of my pet hates. How many late goals? How many late goals do you see me scoring? And how many late goals do the opposition score against me? This is one of my real pet hates. And who was that? That was Wilson, was it? Oh, what an absolute shambles. Well, we're not going to go. Now, the game doesn't want me up there. It definitely does not want me up in fourth. Oh, it's sympathise because, like, 95th minute again. So, we're back in seventh at the end of that. The teams above us have got games in hand, so it could be a gap. And this happens way too many times. This late goal nonsense. I think there were 3 of them in the last episode. And that's a big, big thing. Big, big issue that I have with this game. We don't score any late goals. It's very, very rare for us to score a late goal. So why do the opposition against me score late goals all the time? Okay, we've got to rest these boys. We're just going to play through now. I've got a funny feeling that the transfer window is going to be horrible as well. We're going to lose players. I've got a funny feeling that we're going to lose Caden Young. His manager's not happy. He wanted him to be played as a winger, and I'm playing him as a winger, and he's not happy about it. So we're going to lose him by the look of it. Nemain is going, by the look of it. I'm not going to get any money for Nemain. And it looks like Mahovo wants to leave as well. We won't get any money for him. Hewlett will go out on loan. We're going to have a squad of about 19 going into the second half of the season. And Langstaff is never on, Andy. Langstaff does not play anymore. I'm trying to sell him, but nobody wants to buy him, which of course is FM saying we've got that sorted out for you this year. No problem selling players. Lies. Lies. You've lied to me again. And because we can't sell him. I've tried intermediaries. The intermediaries are just coming back and saying to me nobody wants him. So they lies. They lied to me. SI Games lied to me. They have not made it easier. Oh, we have one ESC permit place to allocate. Oh no, we've got 3, but we haven't got any players, so it's not a big deal. Are you going to bring any players in? No, because I haven't got any money. So stop asking silly questions. Avoid relegation. New transfer budget. Ooh, 133,000. Attempt to avoid relegation. Avoid relegation. 155,000. Avoid a relegation battle. Well, I think we can do that one, can't we? So we'll go for the 162. I've got 162,000. Who is he? I guess we need a right wing, but he's not the man, is he? He's not the man. So we have got a little bit of cash. But they gave us budget, but we're still... Why couldn't they wipe that 4,000 out? So this is meaningless. Why can they, when they give us a new budget increase, wipe out that 4,000? Look, I'll just pay for it out of my own wages. There is a call for things like that to be allowed to happen. Mahovo, well, I'm going to say no. 80% of his wages, 1.3 thousand. It's not going to make any difference. So I'm going to say no and then wait for him to complain. Because I don't have enough players. But maybe the game will just shock me and somebody will come in with a £20 million bid for Langstaff. I don't know. I've not been able to take part in a transfer window since I started this save. In-depth analysis of the history of Sunderland. I absolutely agree, Andy. I've already started doing the research. I know Ben knows a lot about them. So um, hopefully Ben will do all the research. So those two are under 21s. I just don't have a squad. If I lose any players, it's going to be an absolute disaster. I don't want Brindley. I haven't transfer listed, loan status, available for loan. Go. Brindley is a liability. I'd rather play with an empty slot at right back than have Brindley in the team. I think I'd rather play with an empty slot up front than play Langstaff as well. He's just not a championship player. Is there anything that could interest me with 162,000 in this lot? I don't think so. 2 million? Oh God. They're all in the millions, these guys. Oh, what's this guy? Rob Atkinson. 27-year-old centre-back. But I don't need a centre-back. Could probably bring him in. Kamari Doyle, millions. Let's go and have a look. Oh, who's this then? Vestergaard. 1,000 to 9,000. He's 33 years old, though. But he's a damn fine centre-back. I could get 2 years out of him, couldn't I? Do you think so? Cheap as chips. It cost me... But I can't afford 41,000 in his salary. That's just unbelievable. Who's Cappuccino? Marco Cappuccino from Italy. Centre-back again. I don't need a centre-back. I need a right winger. Because I have a funny feeling that... what's his face? Is going back. Where's the scouting? Funny feel. Ooh, who's this geezer? Forward. £0, but his finishing composure aren't great. 27. He's not a great player, is he? And he's not able to play where I want him to play. So very little point. Will Patching could play as a right winger. Would be a very good signing. Would he? Can't tackle. No. Not a very good sign. Lucas Kitten. That's a sweet name. Left back. Juan Diego Alegria. Too much money. Patching we've already had a look at. Nathan Shepherd, goalkeeper. Would be a good signing. Right winger anywhere? Here. 2.2 million. Cody Drama. He's not really a right winger, he's a right fullback. And we're not short of a right fullback. Tesario. Probably a very good player, left side and forward. 24 years old, could develop a little bit more. Doesn't have great weaknesses, crossing, but who wants him to cross? And he's got a competitive streak. Well, he's going to need that. But nah, just wasting money. 14k for a 4-star right fullback. Look at his mentals. He's the kind of player that you want going into the Prem. He's like 33 years old though, and his mentals. What was that? Oh, this is the wood. uh, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Swansea, have they got pace? I wonder if we gave that late goal away because I went to close down the game. Is that what is causing the late goals? It doesn't happen in my other save. It works brilliantly in my other save. They are pacey, so we'll pull the line back a little bit. So now we're not going to try and close the game down this time. I think that might be the problem. Or it might just be we're not a very good team. Of course, we've got to look at that as a possibility. I know there's players here. But until players leave, I don't know. So McAllister, Corness is back, is he? So let's get Bowden and Corness back in this team. Young didn't play that badly, did he? I thought he was okay in his last game. No, he wasn't. It was 6.4. Maybe it's time to give Lacey a shot. This is a tough save. Casey Palmer, I guess, can come on instead of... No, he's injured, isn't he? Training tomorrow. Collins, I guess, can come play up there. Peart Harris, nah, he's not playing well enough. He played really well for the first offers made for... Who's Xavier Smith? A left back. Does he look like he's any good? I've absolutely no idea. Am I allowed to scout? But by the time I scout, he's got a first touch of around about 12. Can tackle. His marking's poor. Anticipation isn't brilliant. Decisions are pretty good. Pace, nah. He's not up to much. And he's Australian, so probably not up to much. So I think probably he has to go, just in case he brings him in. Rejected, good. Rejected. Somebody's going to moan in a minute. Do we have an official letting people put forward ideas? Basically, just go to the if they go to the people want to leave ideas for the podcast, go to the about page where the communication is. I think it's community tab in the community tab in the on the front channel page. That's what I'm trying to say. So go to the community tab on the channel page, and then just leave me a message on the most recent of the posts that I've got there, and then I will get an immediate notification that somebody's replied to the message. It doesn't matter which message you choose. Just probably choose the top one because it's the most recent and more likely that I will notice the notification. So that's the best way. I have there is an email address there as well, but I don't particularly want people emailing me just with ideas. My mailbox will get too full. I won't be able to answer people. People will get upset when I don't answer, and there's probably not a lot of point in doing that. The email address is there for sponsors who might be interested in sponsoring the channel, not for people to use. I've had a couple of people use it. I wasn't able to answer for a long time. and then the answers that I gave probably they didn't like anyway. So yeah, just go to the homepage on the channel and just go to the last community post and pop any ideas in there. That's the best way. Yeah, carrier pigeon is good. I'm a firm believer in that. In fact, much quicker and more reliable than the post office. Have you recently had something that you've needed to be delivered by the post office? Just don't do it. If it's delivered by the post office, just cancel the order. They are shocking. Absolutely shocking. Yeah, I'm not going to go into that, but good Lord. If somebody says, yeah, we're delivering it with the post office, just cancel the order and go and order it off someone else who's not using the post office. Good heavens above. And criticise, that went down okay. Lukic, should I criticise him? Probably not a wise move. No, he's negative. Oh, he went agreeable. Get your act together. He's an absolute disastrous signing. Who signed him, Ben? Can you remember? And I can't remember who signed Lukic, to be honest. Offer made for Khan. He wants a right back, doesn't he? What's wrong with the two right backs I've got? He can't cross, can't dribble. It's just, what is the point? I'd rather go empty at right back than have him. Who have I got at right back? Look how many people I've got at right back here. Why is he obsessed with bringing in a right back? Phil still uses beacons. I signed him. Yep, you did, Ben. £400,000 down the toilet. Lukic. A loan offer for Lukic rejected. Kane Wilson unhappy promise not kept. There's nothing I'm going to do about it. I'll sell him. We'll sort out a transfer. Oh, he's happy that he's going to be transfer listed. Another player that I'm going to lose. That's why he wanted a right back. That's why he's looking for a right back. And how much is he worth? 375. Loan status. He's unavailable for loan. Don't even think about it. Okay. So we're going to lose a right back then, are we? That's okay. I'll bring McAllister back to right back. And it's okay because we're in the second half of the season and we don't get many injuries in the second half of the season. Have you noticed that, guys? All the injuries tend to be in the first half of the season. Yeah, let's go with that. I'm quite happy to go with that. Again, if he says focus play down the middle or to one side, I generally tend to go with that for a while because there's a reason why he's doing it. Sometimes if you look through here, you can find out what that reason is. And they are very tired. And that probably isn't the reason. Yeah, they're all struggling. All struggling. Oh, and of course I've gone to the game now, and the assistant has messed up my bench, hasn't he? So we'll have a quick look. Who's on the bench? Which one is missing? So Lukic, Boat, Lacey, Langstaff, Gibbons. So we have one fullback. Kane Wilson. Oh, we got two fullbacks there. But we don't have a striker. Yeah, we do. Langstaff. Oh, we might be okay for a bench. He hasn't completely messed that up. But we'll see in a minute. But this is an FA Cup match. And as usual, I'm really not bothered about the FA Cup. and we'll probably win it 6-0 because I'm not bothered. But cup games are usually when the game lets you have a win, just to help your morale out. Not good. Coroness, terrible in fact. But we've made the brighter start, that's what counts. Was there even a goal 3? Oh, what happened there? Was that a save? Podcast top 5 films with football in them. Yeah, interesting. My favourite would be Pele. And Swansea counter-attacking, are they? So it might be a good idea, if they're counter-attacking, to hold our shape. But I suspect we're going to lose this anyway. Do not go running up the pitch willy-nilly now. Just hold your shape, boys. If they're going to counter-attack, we don't want that. We don't want players bombing up the pitch and then finding we haven't got any cover at the back. This is terrible. We look really bad again. Is this going to be an absolute nightmare episode again, where we just can't do anything right? I don't know why it even concerns me, because I'm not in control of this. The game is in control, so I don't even know why it bothers me. I can make little adjustments, and sometimes, rarely, I will have an effect on the game. But I'm not actually controlling it, so very little I can do, and I should just enjoy the fact that we're in 8th or 7th. But looks like Swansea have got us beat. But as I said, I'm not worried about the cup. If we get in a cup run, it's too many games, and I don't have enough players, and I have a first team, that's it. And cup games just are annoying little things and get in the way. Cause pressures, and there's not much point in having them. Not when you're Notts County. When you're in the top 4 in the Prem, you can win cups. But when you're Notts County, it's probably best to avoid them. Swansea are the better team. They've had all the possession. So what I'm going to do is go narrow. Try and get our passes. Hey Stephen, how you doing? Try and get our passes connecting a little bit better. I mean, like I said, it doesn't matter what I do. And the more I play this game this year, it seems to me the less impact changes have. They don't seem to have any impact. Once the score is calculated, that's it, pal. And I think that's how the game works this year. Finding space in the area. The question is, why is he finding space in the area? Not the fact that he is finding space. That's it. Don't counterattack, just keep your shape. So why? Who is he for a start? Half-time, 0-0. You're doing well. Keep working hard. Carlin, 6.3. He's coming off, though. Jody Jones have to come on there. Absolutely shocking performance. Van Hooijdonk has not turned up again today. I don't know. I don't know. doesn't seem to be a lot going on. They're going to try and catch us down there, are they? Let's go. Oh, we've given away a penalty, have we? Oh, marvellous. A number of penalties that we give away in this area of this corner of the penalty area is unbelievable. Yeah, I had a funny feeling we were going to lose this, but it's not. It's just the cup. It's no big deal. But we have got like horrid games coming up after this. Let's go positive. Got really horrid games coming up after this, and it looks like we could go on a really bad losing streak tonight. Just try and keep composure. We have an awful transfer window playing through as well. Penalty, ref. They just seem to be taking the ball off us as well quite easily, don't they? But we are a second League 2 outfit, mostly. Number 2. Yeah, easy. Easy peasy for Swansea. We're the better team, actually. If we could get hold of them a little bit more of the ball. And we are actually the better team. Let's try pushing the line up. That might give us some more of the ball. Look at the, like, again, this is a team lower than us in the league. So they are like way down below us in the league. They are absolutely exhausted and out on their feet. So the two things that cause me grief: I cannot beat teams lower down in the league, and I cannot beat teams who are exhausted. What is going on with this silly game? Okay, I need a DM. Have I got one? Fitzgerald. Corness is poor, is he? No, he's alright. But Caden Young is a shambles. You can have him back. Take him back. And Lacey can come in. I wanted to play Lacey, but he persuaded me. Van Hooijdonk, enough. We were playing Langstaff up there for a laugh. We haven't had a good laugh for a while. So Langstaff shines his boots. Let's go attacking, why not? What have we got to lose? Corness now is tired. He got very, very tired very quickly. Harris has also got very tired very quickly. Just like heart just dropped to almost nothing, and Penny in a second. Whereas the others holding on to their fitness. Looks like that's it. It's going to be a win for Swansea. We're out of the cup. Yes. We do not want to be in the cup. But why? Look at Swansea. Look at the state of them. Why can we not beat teams who are in that state? If I was in that state, I'd be getting hammered. I don't like what I saw. Too bad if you're upset. I don't like it. And I'm the manager, and if I say I don't like it, I don't like it. But I think I've been knocked out of the cup because I don't have any players. I think that's why. Yeah, we have to take him aside and say shocking. Let's have a look at his form. 6.4, 6.3, 6.5, 6.4. It's just shocking. I've had enough of him. He hasn't actually had a good game for about 12 games. Dodgeball. Oh boy. So now, oh god, now we've got to play a team in 20th. Oh, I knew it was going to be a bad episode tonight. We've played Cardiff in 18th, Watford in 20th, Swansea were in 17th. How much worse could it get? Brave, aggressive, but that's all they've got going for them. Dribbling is poor, push the line up. You know, I was actually thinking about like playing like just doing that against one of these bottom teams. It's like the Liverpool tactic. And just like doing that for the sake, but I haven't got enough central defenders. So, bit of a waste of time. But I was thinking about it. I'm not going to that silly 4-3-3. I'm not doing these things. If the game wants to throw its toys out of the pram, that's fine. No problem. I've got players though who are playing really badly. So I want to give Lacey a game. Fitzgerald has not played. He's played games, but he's not played very well. Penny has been awful. Gibbons can play. And time to give Kane Wilson a run out. Jody Jones for Collins. Piet Harris has not turned up. No, we're not playing you as a winger. He's just not turned up for weeks. Bowden can come in here. Cornes can come in at the base. We'll push the line up. They don't have any pace. I wonder if we should maybe take a risk. Let's go. Let's counter-attack. What the heck? What the heck? If we don't try something, then we're just going to lose it as usual. So what the heck? Let's go for it. It'll cost me. I know it's going to cost me. Because this team are not good enough to counter-attack. They don't know how to do it. Torino have accepted an offer for Leonardo Colombo. Who is he? Useful signing for the future. $54,000. That's like all my budget gone. Well, it doesn't look like Caden Young is being removed. He doesn't have any pace. He can mark, but his tackling needs work. Composure's not very good. What's his positioning like? He's the one in the trench coat. Oh boy. Should I sign him? He's going to use up like half of my... So, I mean, is he ever going to be Premier League quality? Probably not. Probably not. I just think it's too much money. What do you guys think? Should he be signed? I guess I will have the final say on that. He's just not going to bring anything to the team at this point, and I'm like looking at survival here. Alex Robertson on a free transfer, another one gone. At some point Lukic will complain. I don't know. This is turning out to be a tough little save. Kane Wilson, of course, is going to be sold at the soonest. But what I'll do with Kane Wilson is turn down the first offer that comes in. Edwin Scott, is he still around at the club? So turn down the first offer and then try and set the price way beyond what people are going to pay. And so then he just has to stay at the club unhappy. And then I can just use him as a backup. I don't know how we're still in 7th. We've had like something wrong. Let's just get to the end of the season. I don't know what to do at the end of the season because I can't see us. I can't see us going up. And if we don't go up, we're going to get a budget of around about 200,000, and we're just going to be stuck in this league. So I don't know what to do. He wants to change the entire team that I've just put together. Oh no, I'm going to give other players a game because they need to be rested. They're not playing very well. I know it's going to cost me big time. We're playing against the team in the 20th position anyway, so we're going to lose anyway. Because that's how things are coded for this save. Anybody in 20th to 24th, we have not got a prayer. Absolutely no chance. We've already proved that. So we take it on the chin. 18th, we were lucky to get that draw against Cardiff. They were in 18th. Very lucky to get that draw. We should say thank you very much, FM. That's very kind. Because normally you ain't giving us that. Stephen, have I got any choices in the DM? I got tons of, these boys are leaving at the end of the season. But, I have loads of DMs here. I really can't see that he's going to actually improve anything at all. Okay, fitness test, Bowden's okay, Casey Palmer's okay. I just don't think he's going to bring anything to the team. Okay, let's not dilly-dally. Let's go and... sometimes I think you've got to play a rubbish team in games like this. If you play your first team, you're going to lose. But if you put your second team in, then you generally win. We're doing well, boys. Come on. We're in 7th. Let's go and make some waves out here. Get 3 points here today. We could, get up to 5th or 4th, potentially. And is that us? No, it's the opposition. Of course they've scored. And it's another set piece. And everybody is just helping themselves to set pieces. We just lost. We just gave a goal away to Cardiff with a set piece as well. We lost to Swansea, I think, with a set piece. So help yourselves. And this is how it is. They are 20th in the league. We've got to expect a defeat. That's how it is. And there's no point in complaining about it. It's coded that way. And there's nothing I can do. I'm going to go positive. Why not? Let's give it a shot. Just to prove there is nothing I can do. In fact, I might prove there's nothing I can do and change the tactic at halftime. And just to show it doesn't work. It's coded in. We lose to teams at the bottom of the league. We beat the teams at the top. We hammer teams at the top. Middlesbrough, Bournemouth, Sunderland, easy. we lose to teams at the bottom. That's it. I don't understand this game at all this year. And in fact, my list of things... What's he doing, having a lie down? My list of things for things that are about... my list of things for things that annoy me is getting bigger and bigger all the time. It annoys me that if you have a really good squad of really good players, you can't lose. Like in my other save, I cannot lose. I even try to lose sometimes, but I cannot lose. Because the players are just so good that they're just not going to lose. And no matter how hard I try to lose, I cannot lose. And that annoys me. And why is Kavanagh injured now? Oh, God. And another injury. Oh, no, that's one of theirs. Oh, God. Just let him have the ball. Why not? This is a shambles. We're looking at a shambles at the moment. Yeah, it looks terrible, doesn't it? Although I do like having Bowden floating around outside the box. He sometimes comes up with one. Oh, Van Hooijdonk has got us level, has he? Is it offside? No, it's been given. The referee, though, has given offside, has he? Yeah. Of course he has. We're not allowed to win against these teams. Silly boy, don't think you're going to score. We're not allowed to win against teams at the bottom. Don't even think about it. Penalty ref? No, not given. We're not going to get anything, are we? Kavanagh is probably going to have to come off. What is the matter with him? Well, he's giving the ball away anyway. Let's berate them. They're not good enough. I wonder why it's just decided, again, two teams at the bottom, you're not winning. Why does it do this? Let's go attacking. I'm going to put everybody on attack duty. I'm fed up of it. Absolutely fed up of it. Everybody's going on attack duty. Bowden, centre mid on attack. Lacey can go on attack. He's already on attack. Jody Jones can go on attack. Everybody can go on an attack duty. Oi, attack. Won't let me do it. Yep, Pert Harris, he can go on attack as well. Haven't been good enough, boys. And so, Pert Harris, he's already on attack. In fact, 8 of my players are now on an attack duty. Let's go very attacking. There's nothing else I can do. Push. Wait a minute. Yes, there is. We're going to up the tempo. We're going to go slightly more direct. Counter press, counter. And push the line much higher up. More often. We will take off, dribble less. Let's just go for it. Because I am sick and tired of losing to teams in the bottom 4. Absolutely sick and tired of it. To go on holiday. Yeah, I suppose. Let's go on holiday. If we have to play a team at the bottom of the league, I can go on holiday, can't I? It's just silly. But it's also equally silly that I can beat Bournemouth easily and beat Sunderland easy and all the teams at the top, Middlesbrough, dead easy. I cannot beat this shambles at the bottom. I mean, now 3-0. And that's because I've just thrown the game now. Whatever. I don't care. You were going to have me lose anyway, so I don't care. I can't go any more than very attacking, can I? Well, the only other thing that I can do is put Corness on a support duty. So we'll put him on a support duty. It's just stupid. It's really stupid. And whatever I have tried in this save, it doesn't make any difference. I have done the formation. Look at them. 6.3, 6.2, 6.1 for the goalkeeper. Whatever I have tried, look at this. It's an absolute shambles. Oh, my mouse isn't working now. Everybody. Van Hooijdonk, just disgraceful. And it's not like I haven't tried different things. We've tried all sorts of things. I just throw the game. It doesn't matter. It's going to do what it wants to do. And it annoys me. It annoys me that we're beating the big teams. It really does annoy me. That should not be happening. Should not be happening. And yet, why is it doing stupid things like this? And let's lose 5-0. I don't care. And then the game has got it out of its system then. Come on, game. Get it out of your system. And then perhaps we'll even do a quick restart. Yeah, whatever. You're going to give us a goal now, are you, at the end? It's not adapting to tactics. This is still working. The tactic's working because in the next game we'll win quite easily. And because it's against Middlesbrough. And so it's not adapting to tactics. I don't think the game is that intelligent. They call it artificial intelligence. I don't think it is that intelligent. I think that the teams have two ways of playing. And that's it. That's the level of the artificial intelligence. It's not the manager sitting there looking at how you're playing and working out how to beat you. They just play in two different ways, and it can switch between them. Some of the top managers can play in 3 different ways, and they will switch between those. And that's why last year, if you could play in 3 completely different ways, then you'll beat anybody. You beat absolutely anybody. Because all you have to do is rotate between the 3 different ways. We found that last year. And once I found it, I couldn't lose. And I won like clean sweeps of trophies. I won everything. And so it's doing the same again this year. I'm coming to the point, the way of thinking that actually there's nothing you can do except just play the game. And the last time we went into a 3-game defeat, what I decided to do was just play the game, because the game will address it and you'll start winning again. And that is exactly what happened. And for a team this bad, we are still in 8th. We've got 43 points, which we have no right to have, because it is a dreadful team. So don't tell me this is real. It's shocking. It's absolutely shocking. And I think we play Middlesbrough next, and I'm confident we'll beat Middlesbrough. Because we very seldom lose to teams at the top of the league. We only ever lose to teams who are at the bottom of the league. And we had to play 2 on the bounce. And this is what happens when you play teams at the bottom of the league. All the highlights that you get are flying over the bar, hitting the post, probably missed penalties. And once again, we've actually been the better team. It's quite surprisingly, looking at the stats, we've been the better team. And that's because we probably are a better team given current form. But we are just not allowed to win these games. End of story. Yeah, whatever. Come on, let's skip through this. Let's get to the end. You've had your fun now. Oh, thanks. Give me a penalty when we're 4-1 down. Why don't you? I'm really not impressed, FM. I'm not even going to say thank you very much. Oh, Langstaff. Oh, he's done something. Well, actually, the team that Ben has put together is really good. The team is actually really good for what he had. But the pundits were saying that we should be relegated. Oh, see how silly this game is now? It's made it 4-3 and we can't make it 4-4. See how silly this game is? It's really, really silly. Do you think I'm going to be impressed by that? No. I'm not happy. All of them, 6.1, 6.2, absolute shocking. So is it Middlesbrough next? I really need to play against a team at the top. Yeah, Middlesbrough. I'm much happier now. Kavanagh's out for 2 weeks. Why not? As part of me just wants to resign and move to another team because this is shocking. And maybe the AI will just address everything if I move to another team. I'm tired, really tired of losing to teams at the bottom of the league. Tom Pett is leaving as well. Why not? Why not? I feel like leaving as well. So we just go back to how we... Oh, Middlesbrough are not... Well, how did they get down there? So we're not going to beat Middlesbrough either, are we? They were up the top last time we played them. How did they get down there? Okay, so we're going to lose again, are we? Well, let's go back... to what we do... and balanced, and I'm just going to get through these games. Eventually the game will address itself and we'll start winning again. So do I want to sign this boy or not? For me, he's a waste of money. What do you guys think? Watford have had 5 shots. I know it's the silliest game this year that I have ever come across. I really hope that this is just because they've been focusing on FM25, because if this is what's going to happen in FM25, people are going to throw the game in the bin because it's going to cost more to begin with, and this is terrible. I mean, in my other save I can't lose. Even if I try to lose, I can't lose. If I pick my youth team, I can't lose because the players are so good and so much better than the other players in the league. So, like in South Africa, all I had to do was put the best team together. What do I do about? I'm not gonna sign him. He's gonna do nothing good for me. Absolutely nothing good. Yeah, quite right, Ants. He just what is he going to do for us? Nothing. I've got plenty. Oh. Well, now of course that I said no, we're going to get Jamie Bowden out with a load of blisters It's gonna decimate the midfield now. Oh yeah, of course, I should have realised. So Emery unhappy. He is playing on the right wing. Right. Caden playing as a right winger. And I can't answer. He's playing there. He's played in that position a lot. I really don't know. He's playing as a right winger. All right, we'll take care of it, and then if you want to recall him, recall him. Who's Sammy Davis? He's another. His physicals are not bad, but nah, he's not. He's not coming in either. What is wrong with the game? He is playing as a right winger. What is wrong with the game? Unless that's not a right winger, according to the game, that's not a right winger. In my mind, that is a right winger. He's playing with the role of winger on the right-hand side. That makes him a right winger. He's there to run outside and cross the ball, which he doesn't do because he's not very good. None of them are any good at the moment. Yeah, you can stop. So he'll be recalled. That'll leave me really short. Let's get sacked. Let's get sacked instead. Let's make this a save. How fast can you get sacked? Because I'm getting really tired of this save now. And if we're going to be that bad that we lose to these teams, then stop putting me in 7th and 5th place. Stop it. Let's be a little bit more realistic here. Yeah, when we did the save with Burnley. Yeah, I know, Ben. It's just dreadful, dreadful. And why doesn't the manager understand that he's a winger playing on the right? That makes him a right winger. I don't know. Maybe it's trying to say that Emery, the Villa manager, doesn't understand football. That's what the FM's trying to say. He doesn't understand football. 3-4-3, all out attack. I'd try the he would try the Bayer Leverkusen tactic, but I don't have enough centre backs or enough wing backs. They're full backs that I have. He didn't complain. No, I'm not loaning players because I'll have a squad of about 15 by the end of it. So don't even think about it. I'm like, I want realism in the game. And like us, having said that, one of the biggest complaints is the absolute shambolic defending that goes on. But you can't really complain about that now, having watched Arsenal and Liverpool this afternoon defending. What a shambles they were. And so you can't really complain about that in FM at the moment until that is long forgotten. But there's so many things, and I hope that this is not a prelude to 25. I do think that there's going to be so many bad things about 25. People are already like talking about how wonderful it is going to be. It's going to have a graphics engine with a ton of bugs. And unless they tidy this realism up, it's going to be terrible. Lisgang. I'm not going to criticise his form. We're going to drop him. And Lukic, your man Ben, is going to get a game. Bowden is injured as well. Might as well injure them all. Casey Palmer hasn't played in a while. Caden Young. Nemain. And the only other one I've got is Tom Pett. And he's retiring. He's had enough of FM as well. He's retiring. McAllister's now got himself injured. Have I got a team? Have I actually got a team here? With a bench. So McAllister, where is he? Oh, he's already... He's not even on the bench. I mean, I've got to try and hold on to Caden Young, and that means maybe I've got to switch. If I switch it round, if I actually, like, try... Because maybe he thinks that is a right winger. So if I switch it round, but Jody Jones can't play down there. So I'm still screwed. I don't have anybody who can play in that role. Matt Penny can actually play in that role, can he? But then I don't have a fullback. Nah, it's not going to happen. If he recalls him, he recalls him. But as far as I'm concerned, that says winger, and he's on the right-hand side. That makes him a right winger. And I'm standing by that. And if FM or SI want to raise an issue about that with me, I'll argue the toss with them. So we need to bring Jody Jones back on. Actually, no, let's give Langstaff a game out here. Why is he on a winger? Let's make him an inside forward. We'll make this a wing back on attack. And Penny can come back in here. Yeah, I'd like the game to write to me and argue with me that that is not... Yeah, I can play Nemain. I'm not going to mess about with this goalkeeper. He's in terrible form. He's got to be dropped. And then maybe Lukic should be a bit happier. Who knows? So I'm just going to bomb through games now. The game will do what the game is going to do. I'm not going to hold shape. That's not how we wanted to play originally. And we won't even watch the game. We're just going to chat. Rather than watch the game, and then we'll see what the result is at the end. So I'm just going to focus on the chat rather than the game itself. I'm tired of... Leesgang is training well, but his form is dreadful. So I'm like going to, on one arm, put my arm around him, say, well done on training. Oh, by the way, I'm dropping you. You're on the bench, mate. I guess your training might be okay, but your gameplay is shocking. And 4-3, I'm not having it. I'm not having the game like, ooh, look, we've given him 2 goals at the end to get him excited. No, you didn't. You didn't. Clermont, 100. I haven't got 190,000, have I? Oh, I must have. Clermont, are they? Clermont are Portuguese, are they? I don't know. Who are they? France, so they're French. Oh, another one. 19-year-old striker. What for? I have Langstaff. But if he comes in, then I'll just... Wilson's no longer unhappy. Why? I haven't played him. See, that doesn't make sense either. Having been transfer listed, now he's not unhappy. And he's happy with the amount of playing time he is receiving right now. Does that mean I can take him off the transfer list? If he's happy. No, won't let me take him off the transfer list. Oh well. Why is the game being like that? Why can I not even take him off the transfer list? Okay. Maybe because he asked for it. Whatever. It's doing all kinds of weird things to me. Fitzgerald. Yeah, I'll go with that. What I'm doing isn't working, so we'll go with that. And let's go and play the game. Everybody's struggling with match fitness. So we've lost 2 in a row and we've drawn 1. The game's really going to take me into a bad run, isn't it? Middlesbrough, though, normally no problem, because they're a good team. And they're not, although they're struggling, they're a very good team, and normally I have no problem against these good teams. It's poor teams that I can't beat. So Nemain might actually, is he on the bench? He might actually be getting a game, Nemain. Wait, penalty, ref? Although I did think that it was a foul by Van Hooijdonk. It was the other way. Not a penalty. It was a big tangle of legs. Oh, come on. Let's score 8 goals against Middlesbrough and then show how silly this game is. See? Passing it around beautifully against Middlesbrough. What is wrong with these players? Is it something to do with the players then? They only play in big games. So I get, like, maybe it's a hidden attribute. Hate playing against weaker opposition. Because we're just like passing it around for fun here. Maybe that is a hidden attribute. I don't know. They hate playing against weaker opposition. Love big games. hate small games. This is just like the weirdest game ever, isn't it? Does that take us where, like... No, it's still only in 7th. I know, it's just... It doesn't make any sense to me, Ben. Why are we beating Middlesbrough, who are a very good team? All right, they're struggling, but we know Middlesbrough are a very good team. Although we're not, our shots on target ratio, which is the only thing you need to look at, is not great. It's slightly better than Middlesbrough, which does justify being ahead. But I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to change anything, because when I changed something to protect a lead, then generally they score. So we're not going to do that this time. I'm happy with our passing, even though I'm not. Collins is playing really badly and needs to shape up. And let's see what happens. Second half syndrome is another thing that really bothers me. Second half syndrome drives me nuts. And here it is. They haven't been in the first half. And here's the equaliser. And that's another thing that bothers me, is the ratio of goals to highlights. Like, the opposition don't need any more than 1 or 2 highlights to win a match. Whereas we can go and have 8, 9, 10 highlights and still not score. The opposition don't suffer that. And that's why I like... Sometimes I'd like... Oh, they're sending off. That's brilliant. Oh, that's brilliant. McAllister is a right back, isn't he? And Palmer Collins isn't playing very well. He can be sacrificed. Palmer can play on the left, can't he? Yeah. Come back one. Oh, well, the game has decided to really have some fun with me. But do what you must. Must be the equaliser soon. Sometimes I play well with 10 men, though, but I don't feel very optimistic here. Now, this is a goal. Yeah. You can tell. You can tell the way they're passing. It's going to end in a goal. I don't want to be cautious. Let's go to balanced. I said I wasn't going to change anything. Yeah, true, Ben. But I think it's a completely different audience, Ben. This game is starting to really, really annoy me now. But that's probably because I took the advice, again, of the assistant, and he said get stuck in. And that's why I've got a red card, and that's why we're going to lose this now. So I've got to blame myself there. Sibuk, shocking. I don't have another central defender apart from Mahovo, who'll have to come on and have a game. Here it is then. They don't need many highlights, of course, and it's a set piece as well. Ooh, there it is. Yep, there it is. Well, if they had 2 highlights, 2 goals. This game is annoying me. I don't want to see it again. But, I mean, we have a set piece coach now who's got 8 for set pieces. So I'm not surprised. It's not surprising. Interesting. But they are a team who are struggling down the bottom, so yeah, we're going to get beaten comfortably. So I've forgotten that they are a team that are struggling, and we can't play against those teams. Oh, come on, game. Come on, let's get it over with. Come on, do what you need to do. Are we going to get 2 goals for us in the last 5 minutes again? You're going to be really silly. But only after they've got the 4th. Is it going to be another 4-3? I thought that was a penalty as well. I'm sure that was going to be given. So another team who are near the bottom of the league. And we've lost again. Strange, isn't it? Where are Middlesbrough? Yeah, they were down here. They've picked up now. Moved up 2 places. So they were in 16th. And we've lost to another team down the bottom of the league. I want to play teams at the top, FM. Come on. Don't give me the rubbish. I don't want to play 3 rubbish teams in a row. I lose 3 times. Why is Leesgang in goal? I switched him over. I put Lukic in there. Why is Leesgang in there? He's on a 6.3. Now the game is actually switching my goalkeepers. Oh dear. We weren't good enough. Right, can I switch my goalkeeper now? Would that be okay with you, game? And you won't interfere? There's the 3 defeats again, so we're going to win now. Bournemouth, we'll beat Bournemouth. Yeah, that's really weird. We will beat Bournemouth now. I thought we were going to beat Middlesbrough there to begin with, because we were playing really well. All looks good. We'll just do exactly what the assistant wants to do. Eventually the game will just come round and just give you a win. It will not keep doing this forever. And the thing is, it will keep us around here. It's not going to hurt us too much. It doesn't do that. The teams around us will lose. But would not be surprised at all to beat Bournemouth. It would not surprise me. I think they are a team near the top. I think we'll confirm that. Yep, 4th place. We should beat Bournemouth. Feel very confident. Who is this? Bring him in. Nothing else is going to happen. And now I'm going to have to play. Who can I play on the right hand side? Let's get an injury to my right back as well. That would be good. The game does know your vulnerabilities. Ooh, we're in 9th now. That's not good. I've lost, you can tell I've lost interest. And this is what happens when the game frustrates you. It just gets you to just totally lose focus. And that's what it's done to me. I've really got no interest in what's going on at the moment. Okay, mate, see you tomorrow, Ben. And as far as I'm concerned, the game can do what it wants. And it won't punish me too much. We'll still be there or thereabouts at the end of the season. We're not going to be in a relegation battle, so whatever. But I really feel like we can win this, because they're in 4th. No, Leesgang is not playing. Will you stop it? See, Lukic was there. Lukic, I put him in the team last game. Night, Ben. And now, and when we played the game, Leesgang was playing. The game's changing my goalkeeper. Like, it's not allowed to do that, is it? Is it allowed to do that? Let's put McAllister in there. He can play Cornes and Bowden. I'm a big fan of Bowden. Young, Collins, and Jody Jones. Casey Palmer for Tom Pett. Oh, that's my team. No, I do not want Leesgang in there. I'm going to be annoyed if Leesgang plays now, because I've got Lukic playing there. Unless for some reason Lukic can't play. Well, let's appeal. And see how really silly this game is now? Can you see this? After speaking with Caden Young, I believe that he is no longer concerned about your tactical decisions. He appreciates your decision to play him in his preferred position. His manager just told me a week ago he is not playing as a winger. Now Caden Young is telling me, thank you very much. I appreciate you being allowing me to play as a right winger. What a dumb game. This does not make any sense at all. Now I'm going to play him as a left winger. just to confuse everything. Because he can play on the left. He can actually play as a shadow striker as well. So let's just play him as a left winger. This is absolutely bonkers. I think it's broken. The game is broken. And I'm going to like reference my other save. It's impossible for me to lose. Yeah, let's appeal. I didn't think it was that bad. So we'll appeal. And let's go and see if we can't beat Bournemouth. No, I'm not going cautious. We're just going to play as we play. And one day the game is going to say, oh yes, you can have a couple of wins now. I've had my fun. Let's go out there. I've got faith in you. Lukic is complacent. Lukic is complacent. Oh my good lord. What am I up against here? Now this goalkeeper gets his chance. And instead of being fired up, he's complacent. Oh, this game. He is playing at least. Anyway, the game hasn't changed him back to least gang this time. Oh yeah, just leave it. Oh dear. Okay, maybe we are going to be in a relegation battle. Maybe that's because I told the board that we'd take the more money. Look, what was that? Maybe he's telling me to put him on support. The game can't show me what exactly happened there. So it's telling me put him on support. I don't know. You know, I want FM22 back with the graphics from FM24. 23 went downhill. 24 is an absolute disgrace. I want 22 back and just have the updated graphics for FM22. I'll be happy then. Yeah, hit the post. This is what it's going to be. Okay, do whatever you want to do. You will give me some wins eventually. I'm surprised we're not beating Bournemouth though, because we normally beat teams that are at the top. But it's just settling us now into mid-table, I guess. We've had our fun. Settle down into mid-table, and that's where you belong. And that's it, I guess, another defeat. What time is it now? Oh, we got time for another defeat after this as well. This is like the nightmare of all nightmare episodes. But I did say when I announced the live stream earlier, playing against teams who were lower than us in the table, and I dreaded it. I absolutely dreaded it. And now nothing is going right now. But like I do know the game will right itself eventually. It will decide to do something in my favour one of these days. One of these days, and we're dominating the match momentum. in terms of match momentum, we're the better team. I don't know what match momentum means. If anybody can explain to me what match momentum is, I'd be grateful, because I don't know what it means. Does it mean that you're playing better than the opposition when you have the match momentum? I don't know. I really don't know. And I've got an injury again, have I? And a goal. I had a funny feeling we could still... He's got a broken finger. And he's just scored, and I'm having to take him off because he's got a broken finger. You big baby. I went into bat playing cricket with a broken finger, you know. What is the matter with you? He wants to come off, boss. I had a funny feeling this game is not over. We can still beat Bournemouth because they are one of the top 4 teams in the league. Right, time to make some changes to drive home the victory here. And Collins it's Van Hooijdonk. He's just not playing. Langstaff's getting more games than I'd care to want. Let's bring on Piet Harris. McAllister's played really badly as the fullback. That didn't work. Wilson. Matt Penny has not turned up for a long time. And then maybe Fitzgerald. Right, I think that is a team that can win this match. If we beat Bournemouth now, this will be just like the ultimate proof that this is the silliest game on the planet. We shouldn't be beating Bournemouth. We shouldn't be drawing with them. But if we do now suddenly beat Bournemouth with a late goal, it'll be the proof how silly this game is. I'm going to go to... Let's go to... Oh, wait a minute. I don't know what I did there. I was going to go positive to see if we could just edge it. But maybe it's just going to be a draw. It's going to peter out to a draw. Or maybe Bournemouth are going to score with this highlight. Not quite sure. I very much doubt we are. We've only had one highlight previously. So that's not enough highlights. But it would be funny if we nick this now. Yeah, there's the interception, but can we win it back? Yeah, we can. Oh boy. What is this highlight going to end up with? Lukic isn't playing very well either. Both goalkeepers, none of them are playing very well. Yeah, it is going to Bournemouth, isn't it? There it is. 2-1. Another late goal. Oh, he's been given offside, is it? I was going to say another late goal to add to the collection. Going positive was not a good idea. Too many holes. Come on, win the ball. Too many highlights at the end of the game. Just winding me up. Here's the goal, is it? A late goal for sure. Yes. No. So is it going to be a draw? No, of course they got a set piece. We always concede from set pieces. What happened there? The goalkeeper caught it for a change. He's actually gone up to a 6.8 from a 6.5, so he's done quite well. But we're losing the game. We're not winning this game, though. It's like one highlight after another, and there it is. Nobody's a hero. We've lost another one. I don't get it. Skip. I don't want to see it. We've been the better team. looking at the match momentum. And that's it. Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. I wonder if I can play one more just to see if I can win the game. Because we've only had one draw and 4 defeats today. Plymouth. Let's try it. Can I get a win to finish off? Oof, 7 weeks. That's not good. And like, if you take my players out as well, I haven't got a hope in hell. When did he get injured? Right, one more chance. No, Plymouth are down the bottom. We haven't got a hope of beating Plymouth. They're in 20th. No chance. That's like I said earlier, we're playing about 3 or 4 teams who are down the bottom of the league. We haven't got a prayer today. Lukish did play better than... I'm not even going to look at their report. I'm just going to play. Transfer deadline day has nothing to do with me. Don't have any money. See how Langstaff, we couldn't sell him. He's worth a lot of money, but we couldn't sell him. Please go back and recode everything to what was in FM22. You'd got it right. In FM22, you'd got it right. Now you've screwed it up. He's going to get a 3-match ban. I didn't think so. Bowden no longer wants a new contract. Good, because I don't have any money. Good. That's strange, isn't it? When the pressure's really on, and he's not going to complain, is he? If we lose Bowden, then we are totally messed up. We don't have enough players, so there is no way we cancel that deal. Then there is no way that he was going to want a new contract and complain, because if he left, then the team is totally screwed up. So that's another part of the game which is silly, which is why I never panicked. And we'll use that squad, but I'm going to put Lukic in there because I don't trust Lis Gang at the moment. And we'll play this one. And then we'll lose this one because they're in 20th. I haven't got a prayer. And then we'll call it a night. I've never had 5 defeats and not won a game in an entire episode before. This is a first. And it doesn't feel very good. He's training really well, but his form is diabolical. And it's just horrid. Just horrid. "3-1 win, Andy. I love an optimist." We can't beat them. They're down the bottom of the league. You know, we're not allowed. And I didn't realise that actually, Middlesbrough were down in 16th. I didn't realise, because of course we can't beat them either. We need to play big teams at the top. Bournemouth, I thought we were really unlucky. What are we playing? There's an app. I don't know if you're aware of it. There's an app called Rate My Tactic. And I just wanted to see how good it was, this tactic. And I put the tactic in, and it came out with the result that it said it was a sensational tactic. It's 5-star, about as good as it gets. So that's why this tactic works, I guess. Kane Wilson, yeah, let's bring him in then. Why not? I'll do as I'm told. Where is Wilson? He can come in for Fitzgerald. Let's go and play. Let's go and lose another one. I actually have never, since I've been doing live streams, drawn 1 and lost 5. It's never happened. And I think this Notts County save has been... We've just been lucky for 2.5 seasons. And now maybe it's time to suffer. But Plymouth are the better team at the moment. Of course they are. The coding will let you win one to give you false hope. Not a team at the bottom, no. It's not going to let me. It doesn't. We'll get our win against the team at the top or in second. That will be the turning point. I think these players have got a secret hidden attribute which says they can only play in big games. If it's not a big game, they don't want to know. Oh, we've got one, have we? Who's that? Own goal by Plymouth. Well, it's early days yet. Of course I'm not getting excited. I would normally get excited, but not anymore. Because I still don't believe we're going to be allowed to win this. They're in 20th. Oh, wait, SI. They're in 20th. Did you forget? We've got the possession back now. Oh, we're going to beat them 5-0 or something ridiculous now. Penny is playing very well out on the left, isn't he? He's causing all sorts of problems out there. They can't get to grips with him. Where have you been for the last 5 games? Oh, what a mess in their defence. Their defence is a shambles. But they got away with it. 2 shots and none on target, and we're 1-0 up. It's a bit like Liverpool-Arsenal. Liverpool were 1-1 at half-time, weren't they? And they hadn't had a shot, which is quite interesting. Those 2 defensive errors, like Van Dijk and Alisson's, was class. That was a class act, that was. Although I did think Martinelli did very well with his shoulder barge. He actually shoulder charged Van Dijk off his stride. I thought he did very well there. But the goalkeeper should have collected the ball. Well, there's not much happening here, which is a good sign for Plymouth. And they've had 5 shots, 4 on target. So they are going to get back into this game. If that is how it is, you can guarantee that they're going to get back in. Because their shots on target ratio is way too high and ours is very low. So if that is how it's going to be, they are going to get back into this game without a shadow of a doubt. Yep, here it comes. Oh, Dick Steele, I remember him. Here it comes. Remember, they don't need many highlights. Oh, that was close. Lukic almost missed it. But Lukic is on a 6.9, which is also a good sign. Right, time to get some of this rubbish off the pitch. I don't know why they've suddenly stopped playing. 6.2. They've just stopped playing. Like, okay, not going to bother playing anymore. Nemain can have a game. Langstaff, he scored the last time he came on. Kavanagh is dreadful. I haven't got a centre back on the bench though. Yes, I have. I got Bowett. Penny's alright. That'll do for now. Plymouth are the better team. They are a better team at the moment, and we're hanging on here. Although we've started to address the situation, but not too much. I'm watching this shots on target ratio. It's the only stat you need to look at. If we're being beaten here, we're being beaten. And we're just about clawing it back. Another shot on target will claw it back. And Collins is the left wing. I thought I just brought him on, didn't I? Jody Jones. That's it, isn't it? We're not going to close the game down either, because that lets teams back in. And so we're not going to do that. AI this time. It's not happening. Are we going to make it 2-0, are we? Penalty? That doesn't look like a penalty, but okay, we'll take a penalty. It's Langstaff, is it? Oh, suddenly he's scored 3 goals in the last 3 appearances. Yep, he's popped the penalty away. Do you remember like last season where he went through that phase? He could not score a penalty. He like missed about 5 penalties on the trot. Now he's just putting them away with aplomb. Like he's never missed one before. Now, this game, it's just decided to address the situation on this game. I don't get it. And we haven't been the better team, really, in all honesty. So what's it doing? It's just keeping me around this area. Well, we're not in a relegation battle, are we? But how Plymouth didn't win that, they must be absolutely furious with themselves. There's still 16 games to go. And so there's still a lot of football to be played. And a lot of ups and a lot of downs. Who's this guy? Can I bring him in on loan? Would be decent if we actually went up. He'd be a useful player, but I don't think that concerns us. Well, you were right, Andy. The coding let me win. To give me a little bit of false hope. What does that mean in terms of what's coming up? We've got some big teams coming up now. Sheffield United, Stoke, Birmingham, all near the top. Coventry, I think, are near the top. So we've got, this is a big month. But then against big teams, we generally get points out of these. So who knows? I'm going to call it a night now. I've never had a bad run like this before, where I totally decided I don't care. I just don't think this is a very good game this year. And we're going to look at this a lot more tomorrow night. Join me and Ben in the podcast, because I'm pretty sure he and myself are going to tear it apart tomorrow night. And I wish we could have someone from the game developers sitting on there, because I'd like answers from them as well. Thanks for coming, Andy. And we're still in 8th. We're still like surpassing all expectation. If we go have a look at what the preview is, we're still supposed to finish in 23rd. So 8th is not bad. 46 points is not bad. And see you in the podcast tomorrow, Andy. Thanks all for coming. Just not working out, and I'm not going to blame the tactic. We've tried all that. We've tried changing the tactic. It was an absolute disaster. We've tried shifting the lines. We've tried shifting the width. We've tried changing everything, and nothing works. And so the only thing we can do is just keep playing in the way that we are playing, which has brought us to where we are. Every time we try to change it, it all goes wrong. Hopefully we'll get back on track now. Sheffield United are up the top. Stoke, oh, they're down the bottom. Why are we playing all these teams down the bottom? So we don't want to play another team down the bottom. Birmingham, though, are up the top. Coventry down the bottom. It's going to be a funny old month, I think. But we'll see you in the next one on, what day is it today? Sunday. We'll see you on Tuesday, where we'll try and get above 8th. Try to get into the playoffs. I can't see it now, but we'll try. See you guys, and hopefully see some of you in the podcast tomorrow. Take care and have a good night.